Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Hilary Booth and I'm a naturopathic doctor, and welcome to my video blog. Before I get going about talking about how to make the perfect New Year's resolution, I want to just remind everybody that I am still offering my free health seminars. So if you have a small group, a book club or a church group or an office group that would like me to come and chat with you about a health topic of your choice, please send me an email or a message and I would be happy to set that up with you. So, New Year's resolutions. The new year is a really great time to reflect on the previous year, to really reevaluate things, and then to try and make positive changes for the year to come. And we've all been there before, where we set out with the best of intentions, we create a whole list of things about making positive changes in our lives, and then we make all these promises up and down, left and right to ourselves, saying we're going to be different this year, we're going to stick to our guns and make sure that we don't drop our New Year's resolutions. And then as sort of that holiday spirit fades away, winter wears on, oftentimes we slide back into our old habits and those New Year's resolutions get shelved for the next year. So today I want to talk about my top 5 tips for making a New Year's resolution that's actually going to stick. So my tip number 1 is to make your goals achievable. Some things are easier said than done, and we all know this, but when we're setting a goal, it's really important to ask yourself, is this a reasonable expectation? It's easy to get carried away and make goals like, I'm going to learn 5 new languages this year, and that's obviously not going to happen. Although that would be completely fantastic, of course. Sometimes it's better to be honest with yourself and to kind of make sure that you're not setting yourself up for failure, but that you're setting yourself up for success. So it might be better to make smaller, more short-term goals. For example, saying, I'm going to learn 10 phrases in French by the end of January. So it's sort of more bite-sized pieces that you can do as the year progresses, rather than one gigantic, broad, sweeping goal for the whole year that might not be so achievable. And so in the long run, you'll end up achieving far more by using this technique and feel more confident in your ability to actually achieve your goals, and it'll make you feel actually a lot more success with your goal setting and your New Year's resolutions. Number 2 is to make your goals more specific. So goals are often far too generalized. Goals like, I'm going to be happier in 2015 is a really great goal in theory, but it's not very specific and it's really hard to pin it down. So to make your goals more specific, all you have to do is ask yourself, how will I do this? So that'll make you dig a little bit deeper and sort of give your goals a little bit more shape. So for example, I'm going to be happier in 2015 by taking more time for myself. Again, this could get even more specific. I would really encourage you to keep digging and digging until you get a very specific goal. So how can I do this? Well, I'm going to be happier in 2015 by doing 30 minutes of yoga every single day. And so that is something that's really specific and really tangible that you can do. And the more specific we are, the more likely we are to actually take action, which ultimately will achieve our original broad sweeping goal of, I'm going to be happier in 2015. My number 3 tip for setting a really great New Year's resolution is to make your goals measurable. Now, it's important to be able to track your accomplishments in order to stay on track. So you can make your goals more measurable by asking yourself 2 questions. The first one is, when will I achieve this by? And the second is, how will I know when I get there? So, or how would I know when I reach that goal? So you can set a date for each goal to be accomplished by, and that way you can really track and measure whether you're doing that. And I would encourage you to put that date in your calendar on your computer or on your phone, or if you have an old school calendar, to put it up there. I know I totally use that. And it really sets up a visual representation for you of, when am I going to achieve this goal? And I would encourage you to sort of make them into smaller, more bite-sized pieces. So if your goal is 50 pounds of weight loss, I would say, I will lose 10 pounds by February the 15th. I will lose another 10 pounds by, and you get the kind of gist of that. Now, for others, you may need to be a little bit more creative, because it's hard to know that second question, how will I know when I get there, or how will I know that I've accomplished that goal? You may need to kind of find another way to measure it. 10 pounds is a really easily measurable thing, but something like happiness, for example, you may need to use a rating scale on a scale of 1 to 10. How happy am I today? And you may need to check in with yourself and answer that question, or to get some measurements going and track how you're doing so far. So when we measure our goals, it allows us to periodically reevaluate our progress and make adjustments if necessary. And this is really powerful to realize when we're not achieving our goals and things are not going as planned, because it allows us to make changes before it's too late so that we can have better success in the future. My next recommendation for you is to set up an accountability network. So being held accountable for your goals can be tough. But research actually shows us that if we are held accountable, it's much more effective to make sure that we follow through. So if your goal is to go to the gym 3 times per week, something that you can do is get one of your coworkers or your partner or your naturopathic doctor to check in with you and say, how many times have you gone to the gym this week? And so, this can be kind of uncomfortable if you're not following through with your goals. You have a coworker saying, hey, did you go to the gym? And you have to say, oh, no, I didn't go. And that's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's kind of funny, but when we are uncomfortable, we don't like letting people down. We're more likely to actually change our actions and to actually follow through with more positive behaviors. It's often easier to let yourself down than it is to disappoint someone else. So that being said, though, I also recommend that you, of course, set up ways that you can be held accountable for yourself. This is the ultimate accountability. Setting reminders on your phone or in your calendar is a great way of doing this. But it's important that you get in the habit of self-reflection and that you are holding yourself accountable so that you can achieve your goal and feel really good that you did that on yourself, and that really helps to boost your confidence. My final tip for you, number 5, is to use your naturopathic doctor. As a naturopathic doctor, I'm here to help you achieve your goals, no matter what they are. So I can help develop your goal into a very simple step-by-step plan and lay it all out for you. I do all the groundwork, and that can increase your chances of success. I can also use lots of my tools. I've got tons of tools that I can use to help you with your goals. So if, for example, that is to lose weight, I've got lots and lots of tricks up my sleeve to help to move that process forward and help to get you actually getting to your weight loss goals. I can also use regular visits as a way of accountability with you. So if you're checking in with me, you're more likely to achieve your goals, and you're more likely to actually get to where you want to go. And finally, I can use lab testing. Sometimes this is a really, really great way of measuring your progress and seeing where you're at and helping to develop a treatment plan that's exactly right for you in order to achieve your goals. So the bottom line is it's important that your New Year's resolutions are going to be effective and achievable, and of course that they're going to be long-lasting. And as a naturopathic doctor, I can provide you with the support that you need in order to give you the tools and hold you accountable and set you up for success in the new year. So I would encourage you to book an appointment with me if you haven't already done so by calling our clinic or by going to our website at drshaunaderoux.com, and you can book your appointment there. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a really wonderful start to your 2015 year. Take care.